Hello and welcome to Happy Foot, Sad Foot, your LAFC gateway drug, and the only podcast that this one's not written, guys. Oops, all banter. I'm your host, Travis Helwig.
I'm Darren Miller.
And I'm Vince LaRosa.
And we're here to give you the loosest of the loose. We have an off week, boys, but no days off for us.
But this counts as a day off. We are that loose.
What do you mean? I did extensive research. I looked at all the responses. I've got my lists. You guys didn't.
Okay. Did you?
I think we're all doing our respective drafts here.
Oh, so if we're not doing homework,
just he throws it over his shoulder.
So this is so far no different than a normal episode. Vince does the homework and we fuck around.
I write a bunch of things that end up being untrue in a week.
Sorry, Vince does the homework. Travis does something.
I do the busy work.
I kind of wish you had it just on like scraps of paper around the house, like just little like LAFC jokes, and every once in a while you're like, "Oh yeah, that was a good one." Yeah. Oh, it's too late though. That was a good one.
Did you ever watch
it on the fridge?
Like late in his life when Norm Macdonald was doing that like online show? Have you ever seen clips from that?
Yes.
It was just like he would just have he would do basically what Vince is saying. There would just be cards on the desk, and he'd be across from like I don't know, a famous person, and he'd just pick up a card and be like, "Hey, you hear about the doctor who went to the zoo?" And then he would just tell a joke to a famous person.
He would also stare at them for like long period, like because they were thinking the same thing. Like, wait, what's going on? Like, is he gonna is it gonna be funny? Is it gonna be more serious? And he would just kind of like watch them squirm, which obviously he loved. He was just gonna sit there and then be like, "All right, let's see what this one's got." It was so.
He's the fucking funniest. I'm so sad that he's dead. So we're going to do a mailbag. You guys sent in questions, a lot of them on Patreon. We got a bunch on Instagram, a bunch on Twitter, fewer on Twitter than I anticipated. Although I feel like Twitter, are people not using it anymore? Are we done with it?
Yeah, that's not our fault.
You know what I found out?
There's an elephant in the room there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Twitter's been on fire for a while. People left Threads and I think they came back. Like I was like, I'll check out what's going on Threads, and things are happening there again.
I will go back there because you know how they're going to start charging everyone on Twitter. I'm not gonna pay them. So all the Happy Foot, Sad Foot tweets are going to be on Threads after that. So get ready, guys.
Good tease.
I ain't fucking paying Elon Musk. Fuck that dude.
Yeah, let's pay Mark Zuckerberg.
I had a thing that I wanted to try right up top on the show to get us into it. This is going to take a little bit of work because it is going to be a draft, but I think it's fun. And I don't think we've done it on the show before. I want us to draft MLS logos. And I want us to pick our top 3. And you can't pick LAFC. LAFC's off the board. I won't go first because it was my idea. Will you guys each say a number between 1 and 10?
7.
9.
Vince wins. The number was 4. All right. I'm going to pull up the logos.
I know. I'm trying to find the best way to look at it. MLS used to have it all across the top.
We did have a version of this discussion at one point, just about who was it? I want to say Montreal.
Let's just do a draft real quick. I don't think we've done that.
No. We haven't had this version of the discussion. There was a team we were talking about, and then we started talking about their logo and like.
Oh, because Montreal looks like a butthole.
Is that what it was?
All right, so it goes Vince, Darren, me. LAFC's off the board.
I'm so glad you said that because I remember when it first came out, we were still doing 110 football. It was like we were just like chatting about it, and I swear Connor walks in the room and he's like, "What are you guys talking about?" We're like, the Montreal crest." He goes, "Yeah, it looks like a bottle." Like just out of the blue, like just it's like we had a conversation going for like 20 minutes. He's just like, "Huh," and like literally just like casually walked away, and I like could not ever get that out of my mind, and I'm just so glad that his brain works somewhat similar to yours.
Yeah, I mean it's a snowflake, right?
Oh, I suppose thought they were the Montreal Butts.
Butts.
Club de foot. All right, Vince, take us away. What's 1?
Wow, this is hard. Because I'm not saying that LAFC by far is like 1, but they're definitely in the top tier.
For sure.
Because now that I'm looking at them, I'm like, no. And then I'm like, no. You know what? I love a round crest. And this is going to be probably people are going to be like, this is the stupidest call. But like, there's something about the light blue and the red. I love Chicago's crest.
Oh,
and I know that this was, it took them a couple of times to figure it out.
Yes.
But I think that this is a very good one.
It is pretty.
Yeah, it's a good a mesh of their heritage with some newness, and then like I said, just a personal thing. There's something about round crest. I just think they're cool. But it's funny. I'm like, not enough teams have it, but now that I'm looking at it, there's way too many MLS teams.
About half MLS teams have it now. Yeah. But the Chicago one's cool because it's also based on the Chicago flag, which is cool, and the star. They did a good job. All right, Darren, you're up.
Yeah, I also like the Chicago kits, and I feel like I'm in the minority there, but I like them. Oof, what's my pick? Let's see. I'm going to pick FC Cincinnati.
Interesting.
I think it's a good combination of like the orange is pretty loud and not obnoxious, but it's like we're fucking here. The shape is unique, but also like polished and kind of formal. Like it's proper, you know?
I fucking hate it.
It's got a good mix of like classic and character. You hate it?
Yeah, I think it's bad.
Oops. You've made it to a dead end. That means you're not a Patreon subscriber. And if you'd like to watch the whole episode or listen to the whole episode, you can. Just by becoming a friend of the foot at patreon.com/happyfootsadfoot.
And I want all of you to know that Darren just came up with that oops, you made it to a dead end thing on the top of his head. I had no idea he was going to do that. And it was pretty good. It's much better than the edit that we just recorded where I did it, and we're going to use this one.
You ruined the illusion again, Travis. 2 for 2.
Well, they won't know that I ruined it 2 for 2 because this is the only one that they will ever hear.
Well, I guess that makes me 1 for 1.
Patreon.com/happyfootsadfoot if you want to, whatever. We can end it wherever. Okay.
We can end it wherever is definitely going to find us.